Hello, good evening class. Welcome sa episode 3 ng ating web series. Ang title ng ating episode today is Young Entrep Superstars. So today, natapos ko checkan yung mga assignments nyo and 3 days ko siyang chinekan. So generally good. Many of you did well dun sa inyong interviews. 23 submitted out of the 29 people. So I applaud your effort. Salamat sa pagsasubmit on time. We have 3 more assignments to go. So today, I will talk about yung response sa amin nung Los Baños or nung community namin nung nag-open kami nung April 2008. So dahil fresh grads kami noon, kasi hindi actually fresh grads kasi 2000 kami nag-graduate, then a year after, tsaka kami nag-open ng business. So, dahil marami pa kaming kakilala sa campus noon, yung mga students, yung mga teachers, and of course, pag nalaman mo yung friend mo, nagtayo ng negosyo, susuportahan mo yon. So, for a year, people were really flocking to our place, and parang sinihan yan. Hindi pa kami open, may nakapila na sa labas ng pinto, and we had a unique schedule noon. Nag-open kami ng 4 PM and then nag-close kami ng 1 AM. So marami nagtataka kung bakit namin ginawang ganun yung schedule, and we explained to them na pag sa UPLB ka nag-aaral, hindi ka lalayo masyado from the campus para kumain ng lunch or magmerienda, kasi yung location namin before was siguro mga 200 to 300 meters away from the main UPLB gate. So kung estudyante ako, hindi ako lalayo ng ganung kalayo para kumain or magkape or tumambay. So we assumed na pagkatapos ng classes nila, which is 5, tsaka lang sila pupunta sa place namin. So true enough, it worked for a year, and even yung mga establishments na katabi namin, ginaya din yung schedule namin. And dahil sa Los Baños, late matulog yung mga tao, so naging effective yung aming 1 AM na closing. So dahil nga maganda yung concept noon, it was very new. We were an espresso bar. We were pulling espresso shots, doing latte art, and kami lang yung may ganong concept noon before. There are several coffee shops sa Los Baños area, pero coffee maker lang yung gamit nila. So they didn't have the machine that we have in the professional training that we have. So meron kaming edge na ganon. So we were trying to build a coffee culture na shop namin walang internet, puro books, puro games. Tapos you can really engage the owners in conversation. So para kami naging community hub. So lahat friendly sa amin, and very approachable kami. Kaming 3 business partners noon. Everyday nandun kami nag-work, nakikita kami ng mga friends namin. And for a time, we were hiring yung mga out of school na students, mga nag-LOA, mga nag-AWOL, usually mga taga-UP. So we were trying to help our friends, even yung mga fresh grad na hindi pa makahanap ng job, hinahire namin sila. So hindi kami nagpo-post ng mga help wanted sign. We just ask around sa mga friends namin, kailangan mo ng extra income, kailangan mo ng money, wala kang ginagawa, you can come to our place and help us out. So in 2008, we were able to gain much attention from the media. Noong July pa lang, after 3 months from opening, nakita kami agad ng Philippine Daily Inquirer, and they did an article about us explaining na being fresh grads, risking everything and starting a business. And then by the end of the year, nung December, na-release yung aming almost famous article sa Entrepreneur Magazine, which was a dream of mine na ma-feature sa magazine na yun. So yun yung naging culminating na event sa amin to highlight that year. And another good thing is return on investment kami agad nung first year pa lang. So being young nakala namin laging ganun. We didn't expect na the following years to come na magiging ganun uli. So very optimistic kami nung natapos yung 2008. So by the time natapos yung 2008, ubos na rin yung mga supplies namin, and nagsigraduate na rin yung mga friends namin, and naiba yung crowd, and na-feel namin yun. And 2009, had new challenges for us. So noong 2009, we had to re-strategize. We have to increase our prices. Even yung mga supplies namin, prices ng supplies namin nagtaas. And then, we had problems with the landlord, which we found out na hindi pala nagbabayad ng land tax. So, we had trouble na registering for permits that year. So, parang napakiusapan na lang na we will let the landlord know na kailangan na magbayad. So, but we knew na hindi kami tatagal na laging papakiusapan lang about dun sa landlord namin. Eventually, yung landlord din namin, sila din nag-force out sa amin because we were having this plan na to have a second floor dun sa cafe. And nung narinig to ng aming landlord, she wanted to charge us 20,000, from 15,000 a month to 20,000 a month. And she was forcing us to shell out that amount of money agad. So, hindi namin kaya ng ganong arrangement, so we were forced to look for another place in 1 week. Kaya lumipat kami sa Los Baños Square, which is just a few meters away from our current site. So next episode, I will tell our experience about sa LB Square, kung ano yung naging advocacy namin nung lumipat kami doon, ano yung naging bago naming crowd, tsaka naging bago naming business strategy. Okay, thank you and good night.